What's up, guys? It's BWADE. I am going to walk you guys through my 6 favorite picks for this Timberwolves-Lakers game. I've already given you a video for the 2 early games on Friday. Now we're going to cover this on its own. I'm going to walk you through that data and research that I did to come to the conclusion. I'm going to put my money on these picks and hopefully give you enough data so that you can make an informed decision as to whether you want to tail or not. At the end of the day, it's always your money. You decide what you want to play, and this is still betting, right? There's always a chance that things go sideways. Picks can lose, picks can win. I like to think we win more than we lose, but I'm just here to give you an analysis and help you make better picks. I'm excited to get into these. I'm just going to jump right into these picks and let's get started. So I'm doing something a little different with this first slip. We are going all first quarter props. I'm going to walk you through 4 picks. We're putting them on the same slip, and it will be finished, and we'll know if we win or lose by the end of the first quarter. So I'm starting with Luka. Over 9.5 first quarter points. Guys, he's put up 16 points in the first quarter of both of the games in this series so far, and it's volume based, right? It's not like he's going crazy, but he took 7 shots in this last game, went 2 for 4 from 3, and he had 6 free throws. And the game before, he took 10 shots from the field and had 4 free throws. So, look, they are letting him basically run the first quarter. He's doing it. He's gone over this now in 6 straight games. And when we look head to head, he's gone over this in his last 4 games against the Timberwolves. So I feel really confident with this one. They are strategically giving him the rock and telling him to go at it in the first quarter. I'm locking this one in. I'm pairing that up with Anthony Edwards under 1.5 first quarter assists. And this is just a numbers play, right? You look at the last 30 games, and he's only gone over this 7 times. It's just one of those picks where the data doesn't make sense. We're getting almost even money on this, and like I said, he's only gone over it 7 times in the last 30. You look head to head, he's only gone over this once in his 6 matchups against the Lakers this year. And in the 2 games in the series so far, I don't think he's had, you can't even see potential assists, so I'm not sure how many potentials he had, but getting this at almost even money feels like a bargain. I'm locking this in. And then I'm also taking Austin Reeves over half an assist for the first quarter. This is kind of the same thing, where he's hitting it 70% of the time. He's gone over it in 21 of the last 30 games. The 2 games in this series, he's had 2 and 3 first quarter assists. He is not being told to go score a ton. He knows that it's Luka's first quarter to score. He's dishing the rock. He's helping to set up Luka and other players. And in all 5 games he's played against the Timberwolves so far this year, he's gone over this. And he's averaging almost 2 assists in the first quarter against the Timberwolves. We just need 1 here, guys. This, again, feels like a bargain. There's a lot of value in these first quarter props. Now, there is, I don't know, a lot of variation because it's just 1 quarter of a game and the lines are really low, but also locking in Dorian Finney-Smith to score a point. That's all we need. 1 point out of him. We're getting plus money on this. He's hit it in 70% of the last 30 games. He's dropped, he's hit a bucket in both of the first 2 games in the series so far. Now, when they played back in February, he did not score, but really, you look at his time, he's getting 7 and 8 minutes in the first quarter of these 2 games so far in this series. And that's typically what he gets, somewhere between like 6 to 10 minutes in the first quarter. We just need 1 point. He's hitting this pretty consistently, and the fact that we're getting a plus money feels like a value. So I am locking that in as our 4th pick. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 10.5x for this on Underdog. Underdog is one of my favorite apps. They get lines up early. They have really competitive lines as well. They have some of the best payouts in the industry. You guys see it here, getting 10.5x for this. You can pretty much compare the payout on Underdog to any other app, and it will almost always be higher on Underdog. They also give us tons of profit boosts, discounted picks, great promos, and when you use code BWADE signing up, they're going to give you up to $1,000 for free. All you have to do is use code BWADE. Check it out. Even if you only deposit $5 or $10, send me a screenshot on Instagram and I'll hook you up with the free week of VIP. On top of that, looking at the signed Paolo Banchero jersey, y'all, I do a giveaway every month, and all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment. I was super excited to get the opportunity to pick this up so I could give it out to you guys. It is just a small way for me to say thank you to y'all. So Make sure to lock in, like, subscribe, drop a comment, and you will be entered when I do that drawing at the end of the month. Let's get into these last two picks. Taking Anthony Edwards over 5.5 rebounds. This is another one of those numbers plays where he's had 6 and 8 in the first two games of this series so far, and he has gone over this in every game against the Lakers so far this season. Now, 4 of them were close calls, right? He ended up with 6 on a 5.5 rebound line. That is a close call, but the fact that he's consistently hit it, we're getting this at just about even money. And you can see he's had 10 and 11 rebound chances in these first two games, so it's not like he's getting 7 chances and pulling down 6 boards where, you know, he doesn't have much room to miss. He's getting a solid amount of chances, which makes me feel confident that he can, that he'll end up with over 6 in this matchup. And then our last pick, I'm taking Luka over 30.5 points. He's hit this in 4 games now. They're telling him to go at it, right? And in this last game, he went 9 for 20. He didn't even shoot the ball well, and he went 2 for 8 from 3, right? And he only shot 20 shots. He still hit this. That is pretty much like not a good game for Luka. You look at the previous game, and he shot 12 for 22, 5 for 10 from 3. That is more like what you typically see out of him. 37 points in that matchup, and he didn't hit this in his first 3 games against them, right? These 2 games, he was on Dallas, so totally different situation. He only played 16 minutes in this game. That was the Christmas game, actually, where he got hurt. And then he came back, and this was right after coming back, where he was just starting to play with the Lakers, wasn't really in his groove yet. He wasn't scoring nearly as consistently as he is now. And now these are the 2 games in the series where he's hit it in both. And the thing is they played each other last year in the playoffs. And so when we look at how he did against them last year in the playoffs, he went over this number in 4 out of 5 games against the Timberwolves last year, right? So he went for 33 twice, 32, 36, and then he had 1 game where he dropped 28. But the fact that he hit this in 80% of games against them last year in the playoffs, he's hit it in both games this year against them in the playoffs, that makes him, what, 6 for 7 in going over against the Timberwolves in the playoffs. I feel good about that, especially at even money. I'm locking that in. You'll see that on the screen here. We're getting 2.9x for this on Sleeper, and Sleeper, another great app, great lines, great promos, and they will give you up to $100 for free when you sign up using code BWADE. Full deposit match, so whatever you put in, they're going to match it all the way up to $100. It's free money. Take advantage of it. And then take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I will hook you up with that free week of VIP. And look, if you guys don't want to sign up on one of the apps, or maybe you can't, you can always just use code NBA. You'll get 80% off. It'll be less than $10 for a week of VIP picks. We just swept the board yesterday, 5-0. I'm not sure how today's going to go because there's still games getting played, but over time, we do well, and I want to help you guys out as well. So use code NBA, sign up on one of the apps, tap in with us in VIP, and let's get some money, boys.